get severe weather. They weren't predicting this rain. It's fixing to move in here in just a minute. So kind of interesting to see what's going to go on this afternoon, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So you can see here my squash is starting to come up. This rain will help a whole lot. Rain just does so much better than your water hose water or your tap. So our weather is quite wonky right now. I know a lot of you are not going to plant until after Easter, which is Sunday or Resurrection Sunday. And so I'm really excited for you guys because I know why you do it, and I know there's a lot of you that do it. So we are promised to be in the upper 80s, close to 90 all week this week. Then we do get a little bit of a cool front, but then it's going to be in the 70s. So we're already ramping up, guys, to be quite warm for springtime and windy. It's about time for me to come out here and harvest these 2 little cabbages and make me some good old cabbage soup. I got some beautiful onions coming up, guys. I just put these sporadically through the garden, and you can see they are loving their spot. I have some purple ones I need to put in today. It may be too late, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Wax beans are coming up really well through here. Need to get some of this red lettuce out of here. Again, Greg is of the belief that you shouldn't let your soil stay empty for very long, so he put some lettuce in here to keep it together, keep it from blowing away, and to also give it some nutrients. But my wax beans are looking pretty darn good. So this is the new Humane mouse and rat killer that we got. It's from Good Natured. Don't know if you guys have seen them, but they walk right in there, put their heads up there, and shazam, very quickly they're gone. We did catch one overnight, but only one, guys, and we've had them up probably about 3 or 4 days. Our tomato plants are starting to look pretty good, guys, after getting a little bit of a burn from the azotin spray. They are rebounding, thank goodness, but you can see them down the line. You can see them protruding up. Now we think the ground cover is doing well, and Greg goes in every couple of days with this handy dandy little Black & Decker. It's a weed eater that fits into a base to make it into like a little lawnmower, and it fits perfectly in between these rows to keep the rows down. And as that ground cover dies off, it starts to fortify the soil. So we have probably, I don't know, guys, at least 100 tomato plants in here, if not more. We do need to replace some because the azotin did burn some little ones up. But we are ready. We have these. These are my black creme and my black cherries, which are my favorite. They'll be going in the ground in those vacant spots. My bush beans are starting to come up. We got a whole row of these, guys, and if they come to fruition, the Lord willing, we'll have tons of green beans that we can. And then, of course, my onions out here are looking fantastic. We do still have some beets that I'm leaving in the ground to see what happens. And we did have to end up putting out some poison, guys. And it is safe for pets and livestock, it said. And we are seeing them start to diminish and not getting the damage that we were for so long. So we're really hopeful on that poison that we've put out to kind of get control over these rodents throughout this growing season. You can hear the rain coming down. So some of the tomato varieties that are new this year that we have started are the Big Dinas. Greg did start them from seed, and you can see quite a bit of those are the Big Dinas. We also are growing the Perons. We're growing some mortgage lifters. We're growing the black creme, the black cherry, some Cherokee purple. So we have all kinds of varieties in here. Now the Big Dina is not an heirloom tomato. So the wind has been ferocious here since last week. We did get a reprieve on Saturday. We did have my mother's estate sale, which was very difficult on us, but we were able to get rid of some stuff, and the rest of the stuff we're going to donate. So any of you who are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you know who may need some very nice, lovely women's clothes, my mom was a fashionista, we would like to donate that. But anyway, so Pop's house did sell. We are looking at getting his tiny house out here probably around the end of April, 1st of May. And Greg is going to do much of the plumbing and get that set up as quickly as possible for Pop. He's very excited, and we are too. So I know a lot of you don't have a high tunnel. We get that. We have garden conventional for many, 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 many years. And so you can still grow conventionally. We chose this method because we've had to replant due to freezes, late freezes and frost, and we've had a lot of wind damage. And then we get floods occasionally. We're not in that right now. We've been in a drought, a terrible drought, and this just gives us a little bit more control. But guys, don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you from putting up some raised beds, growing in containers, growing on your back porch, getting a green stalk. Don't let not having a high tunnel stop you. If you do, you're making a very big mistake as far as wanting to learn and garden, because growing conventionally is just as good. You just have to be a little bit more cautious with how our weather is. And we are growing on such a big scale that we really needed to go ahead and put these high tunnels in, and we're hoping that they last us in the years to come to go ahead and keep growing. Now with a high tunnel, you can grow just about year round. We had tomatoes last year 9 or 10 months out of the year. We're very warm in spite of the cloud cover, but the wind is nice and cool. We expect this to blow out. We'll heat up again, the sun will come out. At least that's what they're saying. We don't know anymore. But anyway, and then warm up again, and then a possibility of some storms tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And it could get severe here in North Texas. So be vigilant on watching what's going on in the weather. So guys, this is kale that's in the raised bed out front, and it survived the winter. It looked really beat down. It was very little. It looked like it was not going to come back, but it did. So you can see that kale will survive some bitter cold temperatures, because these have survived since last fall. So you can see more of my squashes coming up in this raised bed. Still see some that haven't protruded from the soil, but I expect that any day now. So, for those of you that are getting ready to plant this weekend, which is Resurrection Weekend, good luck. I'm excited for you. Keep us posted on what you're planting and what you're growing and how your garden is doing. And we're so eager to hear and for the Lord to bless your harvest. And we're praying for each and every one of you on that. So take care. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Holy Week. Take care, and we will talk to you later.